Okay, hello everyone. Today I'm going to showcase how I actually work on the pull request and other issues. So let's start. We have some time, but not much, since we have a lot of review to review, and you can see it on the very top of this browser. There are of course other websites, not GitHub related, but majority are. So okay, let's start. First one is about E2, it's allowed DI references in array independencies. So this is a known thing, but well, let's check. So first of all, I need to read the code, but I see it's not highlighted, so I'm just fixing that. That's easy. You can save me some time by doing it like this, prefixing it with the PHP and update. Here we go. So it's now highlighted. So the report is by Hicksol, Andrei Vasiliev. He is one of the contributors of the E framework. So let's check what happens in here. Extremely needed for handler maps and alike. Example, container config. Alright, so this is valid and it is lacking tests that I've marked not long time ago. And also there is another issue that was like that. It was in the E2. Let's check. I think I've created it a long time ago, but no, not a long time ago, 26 days ago. Not that long time ago. And likely Andrew will be interested in helping with this, so we'll assign him here, and here we will check what's there. So if dependency is an array, then dependencies index result dependencies. If dependency is an array, that looks correct, but I cannot really apply it without tests. So okay, the request for unit test label is applied, the comment by ebot is there. I think that's it. The tests current ones are okay, but that doesn't matter. All right, the next one. Add optional parameters silent exit on exception in eConsole controller. Interesting. So that fixes an existing issue. Let's check, it's closed actually. That was reported by Samusa. Console error control not set, correct exit code return value. So, the console command throws an exception and non-zero error code is expected. That is correct. But zero error code is returned. Why is that? Okay, that is for testing with the conception and PHP unit not to exit. So this thing is likely for continuous integration. Let's check. Interactive 0, silent exit on exception. This code will crash with exit code, blah blah blah. Okay. I've commented there. Okay, let's check the code. The changelog is fine. Silent exit on exception. Alright, if true, we'll finish script with exit code okay, false this. So if silent exit on exception is not null, then else test. Okay. It was test, so yes, it is backwards compatible. You can toggle it. And the same for error handler and the same for console controller. There are two separate public properties. That's interesting. Should it really be two? This that is interesting. Silent exit or exception. Help controller test. If true, the script finish with exit. Okay. What is done here? This have test, send exit exception before action. Aha, so it sets it here and it will remain like so for the next command likely, but only a single command is executed in console, so that looks okay. And this looks okay. I'm not sure about the name. Silent exit on exception. Let's think about it a minute. Silent exit on exception. Alright. Silent exit on exception equals 0, equals 1, equals 1. Does not make probably sense. Yeah, that's okay. I like it. So this one is new public property. It is missing need since tag. And what's the current version of the framework? The latest release was 2035, so the next one will be since 2036. We'll need it more. 1 and init is okay. This is okay. There is a handy checkbox called viewed that hides the file since I've already checked it, and if there are more changes then it will appear again, and that's extremely handy for reviewing big alright, that is fine. So I'm okay with that, but first there needs to be these tags added, and the second is reviewers. It's already requested. Reviewers is our group who are willing to check the pull requests and ensure these are fine. And also we'll check continuous integration, and it is fine except the code climate, but that's okay. We are not strictly enforcing it in version 2. So it is already assigned to a milestone. We can go to the next one. Typo in saying hello. That's docs. That's E3 repository. And should read echo controller. That is correct. Hello or greeting, which would enable reader to easily create the form guide without rewriting the files from that example. Otherwise, the solution. Well, okay, let's check it. Well, we will actually. That's a bug, and that's a documentation bug, and I agree that's correct. I'll fix it later, since it requires some coding. Let's check the next one. Exception in eBay's invalid config exception with message failed to instantiate component or class MS SQL. Alright. That looks like likely a regression to 035. Maybe not. Maybe not. We have a contributor who is into MS SQL a lot. His nickname is DarkDev. We can ask him to look into it. Would you please look into this one? Thank you. That should be alright. And this is to be verified. Alright. So the next one is incorrect value for bit columns that allow null. Alright. No. To start with the unit tests. Alright. Okay, I have some progress creating a failing test that was. So the issue is about the default value for bit columns, and that is not really a default value. That's the issue with the introspecting the schema for MS SQL. Introspecting means getting info from the MySQL about the tables and columns and these tables, and This one is valid, but we need a test to actually check if it fails. So there is a test now, and indeed it is failing. But the thing is, I think it may fail for other databases. So it is failing for SQLite, for many actually things. Oh no, that's slow test, sorry. Schema test default availability does not match. Failed assertion that null is equal. Okay, that means that's DB schema test and MySQL that failed. So that means it's not MySQL specific, but there it was not. Okay, it affects Cabrit, MySQL, PGSQL. Alright, that looks like valid test, and we should actually check the code. Here's a bit column, that's alright. Expected columns, the bit column with the default null, bit 1, alright. Type boolean, db type bool, allow null true. Yes, the expectancies are fine, the test looks okay. Trombetta, the test looks alright. I had to use a set same instead, yes. Well, but would make sure that it doesn't break. What we does not break. The test looks alright. Well, let's check actually failing tests. Ooh. D. Alright. Alright, you can do a pull request to have wait to check so we can view test runs together, but the test looks alright alone with how it is, but the test looks alright alone with how it was executed. I think we can proceed with the actual fix. Good job. Like this. Anything else? Not yet. Alright, next one. Middleware for HTTPS redirection. That is for E3, and that is for useful for the CMS and like systems that have to redirect from HTTP to HTTPS, but at the same time they have no access to server configuration, so that's all right like that. Let's see what is here. That is the pull request by Rox, and is member of the eSoftware, means he's in reviewers and he's contributing to E3 a lot, and yeah, huge thanks for that. So let's actually read it. Redirects and secure requests from HTTP to HTTPS and adds headers necessary to enhance security policy. That's fine. HTTPS header is added to each response and tells the browser that your site works on HTTPS only. That's alright. Header controls blah blah blah. Secure connection if links the layout specified with okay. Then not prefer force in HTTPS via web server. Alright, that is useful note. That is correct. So let's check. The class is final. That's fine since it's a middleware and it's not meant to be extended. There are two private variables. max age. That's interesting. So these directives are fixed. That's fine, but these I'm not sure. Let's ask him. Does it make sense for it to be configurable? I have no idea. Maybe, maybe not. Then redirect. True. Code is moved permanently. Probably. STS max age. Okay. Maybe it actually makes sense for it to be configurable since we made temporary redirect to HTTPS. No, that's actually unlikely, so this comment won't be necessary. 12 months, that's alright. So it's extremely rare case when you need to redirect back. I mean, remove the redirection from HTTP to HTTPS, so that should be alright. So the status code, status moved permanently, that's alright. Port. Why do we need a port? Yes, we need that. Since the port may be different, the bool add CSP, yes, okay. Default directives, yes. HSTS, yes. Okay, response factory, that is our dependency, that's alright, it will be injected. Here we have an issue with the code style, but that's fine. Since we have a style CI in our repository that will fix it for us, so I'm not spending time on that anymore. That's a big relief actually. Thanks for thanks the style CI authors for inventing this super service. That's really helpful. So if the schema is HTTP, what? That's weird. I'm not sure what happens here. So strcase CMP is, let's check. Actually, I'm forgetting these things all the time. It's, yeah, English. Binary safe case insensitive. Alright, so we are comparing to HTTP and it returns what? It returns int 0 if equal. So 0 if equal, so if it equals to HTTP, so it's alright. That's a bit weird. Can't we just compare it like case insensitive? Alright. Alright, that makes sense because we cannot compare to just a string. The case could be altered in any place like H caps T P or something like that. That could be weird. So that's fine with the scheme HTTPS. We support this port. Okay, that looks alright. And what the port can actually be? Where do we head? Okay, so we are modifying the initial request, so the previous port will be kept, but we are doing this port and the default port is null, so we are resetting the port. What if the port was 80? That's interesting moment. Can we, how to formulate that? So port. So would this remove override port, or regardless if this port is set, was it intended? Like this. Alright, then add in HTTPS response factory, create response, blah blah with header location. That looks alright. That's if HTTP. If it was not HTTP, so it should be HTTPS. Then the CSP and handle, yes. That's alright. Wait. So you're returning a response? Oh, that's a redirect. And here it's not a redirect, we're just passing it to be handled by other middleware. That's fine. With redirection, more permanently import self, yes, the cloning is present, then clone redirect true port status code clone, yes, that's correct, this is correct. With CSP, wait. More permanently, status code could be adjusted, yes, that's alright. Directives could be adjusted, that's alright. Then without CSP, yes, that's okay. Add CSP. And the CSP directives, that's fine. This flag is separate, that's alright. Max H, yes, that's okay. And okay, the max H actually could be adjusted, that's fine as well. Add CSP, this is add CSP with header, yes, this is fine. This is fine as well. Alright, so that's interesting part. That's the test. What's here? Immutability. Alright, for secure connection, blah blah blah. Okay, not same. Yes, that's how it is tested, but you're testing only with a single. Oh, alright, well, that's a bit excessive, but that's okay. Immutability, redirection from HTTP. See other. What? The custom stated that's only for testing. No one will ever redirect with the see other status. But that's fine here. With URI, request to get URI with scheme. Yeah, that's okay. Handler is called handler. Handler was Helen create handler. That is create handler. Here implements. That's just okay. That's just a dummy handler that records that it was something was called handled. Can it rely get tests with HSTS? Yes, that's okay. 42. Yep. Alright. No subdomains. That looks okay. Oh, here's a flag actually. HSTS false. That does not look okay. And that was in here. Max H subdomains. Subdomains. What's the subdomains? How about, well, the thing is that Boolean flags are usually mean that there should be two methods instead of one method. How about separating setting HSTS subdomains, separating well into separate method. Yeah, that should be useful. Are there any other flags like that? No. Port move permanently. Yes, that's okay. Here is okay. Okay, all right. Without redirection, without TSP, the code here is okay. Assert true, handler is called, false. Straight transfer security, this is alright. What does static analysis display? Change files with check annotations. That's event configurator, cookie, so that's not about this file. We'll fix that a bit later. So we'll comment this and check that it's in the code review status and reviewers are requested. Yes. So there were some comments and this is fine. All right, that's it for today. We've recorded like 25 minutes. Thank you for watching, and I hope I was not too boring mumbling stuff by myself. That's how I actually review the requests in the Yi, and today I'm going to review more but without recording. Thank you for watching.